Hey, you crazy cats. Welcome to Leaving CrazyTown, where we navigate the roller coaster of relationships, mental health, and personal transformation with humor as our trusty seatbelt.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and with my buddy Finn, we're here to share our real stories, expert insights, practical tips to help you break free from codependency, reclaim your life, and find freedom.
So whether you're wrestling with boundary issues, craving connections that won't ghost you, or just here for a front row seat to the wild ride of self-discovery, you've come to the right place.
So buckle up, we're leaving CrazyTown.
Hey, welcome to Leaving CrazyTown with Finn and Sarah. What are we going to talk about today, Sarah?
Well, we are going to talk about ways we control people through manipulation, but it's disguised. I know none of us want to believe we're manipulative, but when we're codependent and can't sometimes ask for what we need, we do it in bizarre ways. We want people to read our minds. Okay.
Not even what we need. We just might be trying to control other people.
Yeah, we might just want to be exactly. So we're going to talk about 3 ways codependent people try to control and manipulate, but you wouldn't normally think it. All right, go ahead. What's the first one?
All right, the first one is Finn's really hungry, but I'm not going to say that I'm really hungry. I really need to eat.
Yes.
Sarah, are you hungry?
I'm always hungry, but that's separate.
No, but you're, so like, are you hungry?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
And then you say no. So instead of saying, Sarah, I'm hungry, I need a break.
Yes.
I'm going to say, Sarah, are you hungry? Right. Aren't you hungry?
Yes. Got it.
And she's going to say, no.
Yes.
And now I'm over here going,
right.
I didn't get my needs met, right? So I tried to control the situation and get food by being passive and aloof and just vague. But I'm just like, I'm going to make Sarah take responsibility. Like, I can't say, I need a break, I'm hungry. I'm saying, Sarah, are you hungry?
Oh my God.
Don't you need to eat? And Sarah's like, no, I just ate.
I do this. I know. It's
Hello?
so... And it's so nuts because it's this passive way because we're afraid to ask for what we need. And yet it drives me crazy if people do it to me. I want people to just say, hey, I'm hungry. I need you up for a burger.
Or I really want Italian food.
Yes.
Hey, when we go out to eat tonight, you want to get Italian? No, I'd like Chinese. Now I'm screwed, right? So now if I say, well, I'd like Italian, or yes, I am hungry, I'd like to stop and eat, Sarah's going to be like, well, why didn't you just say that?
Yes. We want people to be direct and honest, and yet we have this fear of being direct and honest.
And I know that if I'm hungry and I'm putting it on Sarah to decide when we eat, I'm going to be mad at Sarah.
Yes.
Or if I want Italian and I didn't say anything and she wants Chinese, now I'm mad at Sarah.
Yes.
It's not Sarah's fault that I didn't tell her what I want. Okay, that's the one.
Oh, so
we
good,
just
you guys.
Offer a suggestion to somebody else, or we say like, hey, aren't you the one that's hungry? Can you please take responsibility for my needs?
Yes.
Even though we don't know we're doing that, maybe. I don't know. But
that is such a good one. And I know you guys do this. It happens all day long. I admit, in my present relationship, we are working on this because we both have codependency. And the food thing, I swear to God.
Well, I bring that up as an example because
it's so good.
It makes me crazy.
Yes.
I'm pretty good about when it comes to food, saying what I want. Like,
yes.
Yeah. So I know that I used to not be. I remember at one point my friends and I were like, what do you want for lunch? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I ended up losing it, telling them all to F off, speeding away in my car, telling them I didn't care what they did for lunch. I was going to get lunch. Right. All I had to do was say what I wanted. But no, I got into this back and forth with 5 people. No one could decide. And then I had to flip out. That's because I was not aware of my codependency back then. Today, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to get a sandwich.
Yeah. And it's like, I bet you someone will say to us, well, you want to do what other people like. I can hear the like, well, you want to be nice.
I'm just trying to be kind.
No, the fact is, we can express what we want, and people can say either yes or no. I mean, they can say, I'm really not up for that.
It's a very different ballgame if I really just am trying to take care of Sarah's needs and ask her if she's hungry.
Yes.
Or ask her if she wants Italian, and I'm okay with not getting it. That's different.
That's different.
Than me trying to lead her to Italian and manipulate her to pick Italian because that's what I want.
Very good.
Big difference. Now, like, what would the kind, nice person do? Sure. We'd say, hey, I was thinking about Italian. What do you think?
Yeah.
She says, no, I'd rather have Chinese. Now we're in a negotiating stage.
Yes.
We may just do 2 different takeouts.
And that's totally fine.
Because it's above board.
Yes.
I said what I want. She said what she wants. We're doing it with respect. You can still be kind and tell people what your needs are.
And I'm telling you, life is so much easier when you can be direct in relationships. I mean, anyways, we won't get into that. But okay, number 2, manipulation number 2 is when, and I know you guys have experienced this, you're with someone or you're in a group and they throw out some kind of bait. Like, wow, I just haven't been able to pay my rent this month. Or I'm really struggling with, geez, I might get kicked out. I mean,
I might be homeless.
I might be
having a bad day.
Yeah. Just throwing out these kind of
so worried.
vague, these vague, and why we're bringing this up is we know it happens in our lives where someone will say something really vague, and literally what happens is it can hook you. Where suddenly my codependency is like, oh, I need to start asking them questions. And no.
If I feel like I'm being manipulated that way, where somebody's throwing the bait out, they're just giving a little bit of information to kind of pique your curiosity. And it's almost like they're saying, oh, I'm having a really bad day. Please ask me why.
Yes.
Well, Finn will be gone. You can put the huge elephant in the middle of the room and try to get me to look at that sucker, but if I think you're trying to get me to look at that sucker, oh no. As soon as I have a hint of manipulation I feel is coming at me, I'm like, no, I don't see the haircut that you're trying to show me without saying, hey, I got my haircut. What do you think?
Right.
No.
Right. Because when we are sensitive to manipulation or when we've been manipulated in the past,
we have an aversion.
A
very strong aversion.
Yes. Yeah. And, it really does. If you have codependency and struggle with codependency, it will bait you. And the problem is you'll end up getting hooked. You'll end up trying to take care of them or solve their problem that really they may not even want solved. And you'll end up working harder than they do. And, it can be a bunch of things. Attention-seeking behavior or just the inability to ask directly.
In order to create intimacy.
Yes.
I don't get close to people who are trying to manipulate me.
Yes.
I don't get close to people who bait me or do any of that stuff. I get close to the people that are just very direct. Even if it feels harsh at first to me, I might say, hey, whoa, whatever. But I feel safe with people who are not trying to manipulate me because I feel like they know who they are. They're confident enough to tell me that I can be free with them. Like, do you feel like you can easily tell other people what you think or want when they can't even talk to you? Right?
No, it is
tricky. It doesn't feel very safe.
I know, it doesn't feel safe. And it's like, I can have compassion for someone who, like, that's the only way they know how to relate, either creating a crisis, creating drama, everything's like these extremes.
It's the only way it's the only way I could ever communicate.
Yes.
It's not that I don't have compassion because I remember being like that. I remember starting to heal and be like, oh, how am I going to talk to people if I can't sort of drop like this? Oh, you know what happened to me today? And manipulate them that way into being closer to me. That's what I thought was closeness. But it doesn't feel good. Once you become aware of it, you're like, oh, I'm kind of making this up.
Yes.
I really don't feel that bad, but I don't know. So, and I have compassion for people that do it because I have compassion for myself and I remember what it was like. However, I, as a full-grown adult who isn't codependent anymore, I don't feel the need to spend time with that.
Right.
So I have compassion from over here.
Because it is, I guess you could ask clarifying questions or, you know what I've done at times? Wow, that sounds awful. And
I definitely do. I never, I don't take the bait. I just say, oh, wow, sounds like you're having a rough day. And then I'm on to the next subject.
Yes, you give it back to them. And that is definitely a tool where someone's kind of throwing stuff out and you go, wow, it sounds like you're having a hard time rather than suddenly taking on
Somebody told me something a couple weeks ago and I got the very distinct sense they were trying to get me to ask questions about it.
Got it.
But they weren't giving me the information.
Interesting.
Like, I felt baited.
Got it.
And what I did that exact thing you're saying. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. And I didn't ask any questions.
Right.
I know,
Right.
because
It felt manipulative.
well, I also believe that if somebody's having a horrifying experience with their health, with their life, with a loved one, or, and they're trying to bait me to ask them questions where I don't like when people ask me personal questions. I'm like, did I share that information?
Got
No.
it.
Like, you're a close friend. So if I say I'm
Right.
having a hard time, I'll tell you. You might ask like deeper questions,
Right.
clarifying questions. That's okay.
Right.
I don't ask questions because I don't want questions asked of me. I feel like if you want to share information, you share it.
You do. Yes, that's a great point because it can like be intrusive. Right. I get it. All right. The third thing is making suggestions,
Oh, I know how we can fix that.
or like we've talked about different people we've known with gift giving. People with problems with it, like they can't stop giving you things. So examples.
Or people that hold you hostage, like you owe me now.
Yes.
One of the examples we were talking about with controlling is, well, one thing for me, my wife would mention any kind of healing thing that she might want to do, and I'd sign her up for it.
Right.
She didn't want to do it, or she would have been signed up. But I signed that woman up. I got her tickets to Florida to go to a conference that I thought she needed to go to, whatever. And you know how it all culminated to her doing this treatment that she went to that I signed her up for. And now I'm doing the treatment for her,
Right.
which took some time every day. And I'm getting resentful
Right.
because I want her to live.
Right.
She doesn't want to do the treatment. I finally flip out and be like, I can't keep you alive. And she was like, thank God, because I don't want to be doing this anyway, And I was aggravating her, but I was, making
Yes.
suggestions. I thought I was doing her a favor, son, but the truth is I was fearful.
Well, and it's that thing that I think we've talked about at times before. Say something once. So, like, I have a 25-year-old, and I can, recently I saw this class that I thought he might be interested in. It's right up his alley. And so I saw it, I forwarded it, and I said, hey, bud, this might be something you're interested in. I'm making a suggestion. Now, part of me constantly wants to follow up. I want to follow up. I want to say if you signed up for the class. I want to say if you read the brochure. Now, that all is about me. The original suggestion was really to be helpful to him, but anything after that is about my need for control, me wanting to change him, and it's just like,
What do you say to the parent of the young adult who will respond to that with, well, if I don't sign him up, he won't do it?
Let him have the consequences.
That's what I was going to
Means he
say.
doesn't- he either
because
doesn't wanna do
they
it
don't
or-
even realize it's still what I was doing for my wife. Like how
Yes.
different would it have been if I said, hey, if you want help signing up for any of those treatments, let me know. I'm happy to help you. And it
Thank
becomes
you,
her
guys.
choice and not my manipulation.
Yes, and this is the thing about codependency is all of those behaviors we do, and this is what we try to drill home, is about us not wanting to have our feelings of whatever, fear, disappointment, wanting to control someone, sadness, grief. We get anxious when we start feeling something about what someone is doing or not doing, period. But we are here to tell you, when you start trying to force someone or control someone or quote unquote help someone,
Helping.
all it does is literally affect the relationship in a negative way.
Destroys intimacy, says, I don't trust you to do what you need. I don't value what you believe you want for your life.
Yes.
And what happens? Do they stick around? Do they say, hey, next time you have a suggestion, let me listen? No.
That's right.
They're like, keep your books and your ideas and your classes
Yes.
to yourself. I'm good.
And I want to also say, it's so invalidating. I dated this guy one time for like 3 months. And shocking that it only lasted 3 months. Okay, I'm not going to give myself a hard time. But what I noticed is he was constantly giving me like books on, I don't know, history of art. I mean, not that I wouldn't be interested in art, but the thing is, he wanted me to be interested. And he was doing it in this way where, oh, I think you might love this. He wanted me to listen to jazz. He wanted me, nothing wrong with jazz, but it was like constantly giving me things that really were to benefit him.
Like if she likes jazz, we could go to a jazz concert together.
Yes, but after a while, you start feeling invisible because this is the thing. It wasn't about me. He wanted me to be different to make him feel comfortable. And that's the thing when we start controlling or suggesting things, it's really about our need and the person stops feeling seen. And this is so critical with adult children, people, literally. And children in general, but especially adult children, it's just listening. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get into that another time. But okay, those are
It would
three
have been
forms of
very
manipulation.
different if he said, "Oh, you mentioned once that you enjoyed this,
Yes.
and I thought you might like this." So we're up to way too long for this video, so we're
Yes.
gonna have to fasten our seatbelts.
We'll leave it crazy down. Watch your manipulations.
Thanks for listening to Leaving CrazyTown. We hope today's episode offered you valuable insights and tools to help navigate your relationships.
If you found our discussion helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast, and share it with a friend. Misery loves company, right?
Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for additional resources and updates on future episodes.
Until next time, remember that breaking free from codependency is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. And hey, if all else fails, at least you'll have a few laughs.
So buckle up. We're leaving CrazyTown.